Okay. Can y'all hear me now? All right, my bad, y'all. But we got a lot of stuff to talk about. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Okay, it's been a minute, hasn't it? Huh? It's been a minute, huh? But I'm here, and we're here to talk about some stuff. Now, it's been a lot of stuff that has been happening over, the past week. A lot of stuff that's been happening over the past day. We're not, we may or may not talk about it. Child, we're going to talk about it. But I really wanted to get into just a couple of things before we get into the real things of like that's at hand and such, before we got into the meat and bones, of the conversation that we came to talk about. I did want to tell y'all to please be on the lookout because I plan on dropping, I'm going to drop tonight. As far as like a video, I'm gonna try to drop tomorrow, and then I'm also gonna try to. I'm probably gonna try to drop not Friday, but some day, either Saturday or Sunday. So y'all could please be on the lookout for that because I'm out here trying to churn this stuff out. Look, at the end of the day, I need breaks. Okay, like people be working, people got jobs. It gets tough out here. But you want to know who? But you want to know who it does not get tough for? Who it just like everything seems to to just work out fine. It is Beyonce. And those of y'all who are asking me, what do you mean Beyonce? What I'm saying about that is like, so basically we had the whole Super Bowl. I want to call it the SpongeBob Bowl because if I had saw one more damn, Larry the Lobster running around, I did not know how I was going to act. I was focused on the game, y'all. I was trying to make sure I got to see who, but I was like, why has Mr. Krabs twerking on the field? What's that about? And tell me why nobody told y'all. Did y'all know the dude who voiced SpongeBob passed? Did y'all know that the original SpongeBob voice man then passed away? Nobody told me. Ain't nobody tell me nothing. I'm sitting here, with my boyfriend, and I'm up here talking about, I can't believe they got the real SpongeBob to do this. And he was like, that ain't the real SpongeBob. The real SpongeBob passed. I was like, you a lie. And then the truth ain't in you. I was like, it ain't truth unless Monique tell us that. You can't leave us like that anymore without no warning. What do you mean leave y'all? I was only gone for a couple days. All right. Now, let's get on into it. So, for those of y'all who don't know, Usher was supposed to perform at the Super Bowl. And, when Usher performed at the Super Bowl, y'all, that man looked good. But not only did he look good, he looked hot as hell. And I'm not talking about hot as in a sexy way. I'm talking about hot as in somebody turn on the fan type of way. When you get to a certain age, you gotta start turning on the fan. You just can't do it like how you used to do it when you used to do it like that. Like that man was drenched in sweat by the time he got to the second song. I was like, can somebody give him a Beyonce fan? And right as I said, get him a Beyonce fan, y'all. Right as I said that, guess what happens? We get a Beyonce commercial. Right? We get a Beyonce commercial. Now, it's for Verizon. Now, in the commercial for Verizon, we saw all of these different amalgamations of different Beyoncés in different settings, trying to break the internet. We saw her dancing. We saw her at the Twitch setup. We saw her, doing this, doing that. We saw her with a robot bee. It was a whole bunch of stuff. Just a whole bunch of. And then at the end, now y'all listen, y'all don't know this about me. I think I already told y'all, I do not play when it comes to the Renaissance album. But Beyonce said that they basically said they had an announcement for us. So I'm up here like, what's the announcement? Beyonce is saying that she's trying to break the internet at the end of the At the end of the commercial, she was like, okay, drop the music. Music? I'm sorry. Now, maybe it's because I'm not ready to let go of the Renaissance, Act 1 yet. I'm not ready to let that go. But my question is, where's those visuals? Because what we will not do is just move on from the visuals it was not a thing. Where are the visuals, Beyonce? You will not get away with this travesty that I just won't let it happen. You can't have me throwing that cat to the church girl and then not give me a video for it. You can't be having us, rapping about your Uncle Charlie making that dress and that cheap spandex. They look a mess. And when she said that cheap spandex, y'all, I hope y'all know she's talking about that Fashion Nova stuff y'all be wearing. But you had us all singing this, getting all intertwined in the midst of this music. So much hard stuff was going on last year for everybody. We was damn near everybody going through different depressions. When we finally got an album to uplift our spirits, and no visuals for it, and now we moving on. But not only are we moving on, y'all, we ain't just moved on to greater pastures. We moving on to bluegrass. So Beyonce has let us know, y'all. Let me share the screen. Beyonce has y'all know damn well I cannot play no type of audio. We ain't even playing them games. Okay, I ain't gonna even play them games with y'all. We got last time. We gonna get got this time. All right, we gonna get got this time. They got a bitch the last time. They gonna get me twice. Okay, so after she dropped the music, right, I was really wondering, I'm sitting here like, okay, so what are you talking about, drop the music? Because she didn't really let us know any. It's not like it said, okay, go to Apple Music. It didn't say go to iTunes. It didn't tell you where to go. It just said, okay, drop the music. And I'm like, what, what happens when the music gets dropped? Is it gonna be dropped today? Is it gonna be dropped tomorrow? Is it gonna be dropped next week? When is the music drop? And what type of music is it, B? What type of music is it? So then my friend hit me on the line while I'm at my boyfriend's parents' place, because we all watching the Super Bowl together over there. And he tells me that Beyonce just released 2 new songs on Apple Music, 16 Carriages and Texas Hold'em. And I'm like, oh Lord Jesus. Oh Lord Jesus. We about to get a album full of daddy lessons. And I had mixed reviews. Now, Jeremy loved himself some country music. Look, I love myself some Faith Hill, Tim McGraw, Reba McEntire, the Judds. Okay, don't play with it, but it's just I didn't necessarily really care for daddy lessons on the album. However, I like to keep an open mind when it comes to Beyonce because not everything is going to be for everybody, but you still want to try to give it a listen and not have a closed mind because it might be something that you might actually like. So I flicked on the damn Apple Music. I listened to the damn Carriage song, and I was like, you know what? This ain't bad. It ain't bad at all. I really do feel that this song could really, it could really mean something. I feel like I wondered if the carriages mean, the tour buses that was taking all of Destiny's Children to the various states to tour in the various places while they was 16, or was 16 the years of carriages that she accumulated through her lifetime. And, as she got all of these carriages, she was seeing her daddy cheat on her mama. I was thinking about it could have been that, or it could have been each year that she got older, it was like another carriage, another bag or another baggage, bag lady, like that. I was thinking it could have been like that. I didn't really know, but I was like, this song is really good. It's beautiful. But it's still a part of me, y'all. And I know I know I sound tired through and delayed. But y'all, a part of me really misses, them old school Beyonce vocals. Like, I appreciate what we got now because, hey, Beyonce know it works for her. She knows the full extent of her voice now. Not like she didn't know back then, but I'm talking about with this new voice, the full extent of it. But like sometimes when I'm listening to Beyonce's current music, it makes me go back to like, B-Day, I Am Sasha Fierce 4, and just like hear them crazy vocals that she used to just like belt out with ease on those past albums. And like I think the song is beautiful, but my question is that like how much well how much backlash did she prepare herself for when it came to this? And I wonder, is the backlash that she probably knows that she's going to cause, is it purposeful? Is it something that she wanted to happen to shed light on something? Because ain't no way that these country music artists are about to allow this black lady who's like literally infiltrated every other genre come into country music and think that she gonna get all the awards and stuff like that. Y'all remember when Beyonce had showed up to the Country Music Awards with the Dixie Chicks and everybody in the audience was looking like, we didn't order a black lady in a see-through dress. We didn't order that. Where's our pasty white people? And Timberland, not Timberland boots, but cowboy boots and cowboy hats and sheriff badges. Where are my people? That's how they looked when they saw her at the Country Music Awards. And it really started to come to my mind. I was thinking like, wow, I wonder, did Beyonce create this album not only to try to take back country music? Because I'm thinking about it like this. She knows that so many people follow her music, follow the things that she's doing musically. And she knows that once she enters into that, that avenue of that genre, that the people who are following her will start to analyze the genre that she's in and see what else is there. Now, think about it. Country music started based on blues music that started, based on, black people's music. We originated blues that turned into all of these different variations of country, right? Bluegrass, all of that. So now she's going back into that as a black woman, not to mention there's a whole bunch of other black people in country right now who don't really get the success or the notoriety that they deserve, even though that they're really talented. So now she's going back in and forcing them to put her in rotation. And listen to what I'm saying. Now, let me show y'all something real quick. First and foremost, let's really look at the album covers. I mean, not the album covers, but like this is Texas Hold'em. Now, I talked about 16 carriages, and I love this photo, y'all. This photo is so pretty. It low-key reminds me of a Beyonce photo from like this secret. I think it was like a scrapped album or like a secret, secret something that she never ended up releasing, but she teased it a long time ago. It was like this photo of her in black with this big hair, and it's like fur and leather, and it looks crazy. A lot of people calling it a Illuminati photo, right? But this photo is so beautiful. Like, Beyonce is really pretty. Like, it's crazy. But this is for 16 Carriages. And 16 Carriages is a good song. It's very, mid-tempo. It's very, has a lot of depth in it. I'm still trying to figure out what the hell them carriages represent, but it could be anything. Now, when we get to Texas Hold'em, this is that shuffle, that shuffle on, do a square dance mixed with an electric slide type of song. This is the one that's, I guess is going to be played at the country club. I would say played in the clubs, but I don't really see these songs getting played in the clubs, But I will say maybe getting played in country bars and country clubs, as like, a jig down or a hold down type of thing. These are really good songs. It's so crazy to me how Beyonce has the ability to switch between different genres and be successful, and not only be successful but add so much depth into what she's saying in the music. Because sometimes when people switch to different genres, it can become a little too on the nose, or it can become a little too shallow as far as the the lyrical content goes, because they're too busy trying to make sure that they can accurately mesh or assimilate into this new genre. But Beyonce don't have those type of issues. Like, at this point, this lady is a musical genius, is what what I'm concerned. From what I feel. Now after she released these songs, they shot up on iTunes #1, Apple Music #1. So that biggest black, big black debut for a solo song was held by Bigfoot by Nicki Minaj. It was replaced now by Texas Hold'em. So Beyonce ended up replacing it. But, people then started calling the radio stations. They were saying, you know what? I want to hear some of that Beyonce country music, please. So they called up, there to the Oklahoma radio station. And I want y'all to see what the Oklahoma radio station had to say. Give me 1 second. I'm going to continue to scroll down. Do not judge my internet service, okay? That is not what we're here for. We're here to uplift each other as a community, okay? Not talk about how my service may or may not be slow. All right, so let me scroll up a little bit more real quick. Hold on, I'm looking for it. Okay, here we go. So it says... And also, let me do something else. Let me just make this a little bit bigger for y'all. Make this a little bit bigger. Also, can y'all like and share the video, please, as well? All right. So this is basically saying, say what? Oklahoma country radio station KYKC responds to fans' request to play Beyonce's new song, Texas Hold'em. We do not play Beyonce on KYKC as we are a country music station. Now, he said in the tweet, that the Neighborhood Talk had collected. He said, I requested Texas Hold'em at my local country radio station, KYKC. And after requesting, I received an email from the radio station stating, we do not play Beyonce on KYKC as we are a country music station. And then it says, right here in the email, we do not play Beyonce. I was like, since when? Now, this is just my personal, a thought of mine. I was like, since when do you call up to have something, requested, and then they email you back saying, bitch, think again? Like, you got us fucked up. How did they even get his email? Was there a correspondence about this? That's kind of what I want to know. Like, how did we get from the phone call to the email? That's what I want to know, y'all. As an Oklahoma born raised, I knew this would happen. I think Beyonce knows that it would happen too, and that goes back to what I was saying. I needed to show y'all this. I was saying that Beyonce is about to expose all of the hidden R word in the country music industry, because now that she's forcing herself into this lane, into this this space, there's going to be a lot of pushback, and that's going to make all of us talk about it and bring it to the forefront as such. Like, if he didn't bring this to the forefront, they would not have played her song, because later on after this, and after they get a lot of heat added on them, the Oklahoma country radio station added Beyonce's new music to their playlist after an influx of requests, and because they got probably railroaded by all of the critiques and apparent or alleged looking race that we were looking at. And that's what I'm saying. I think that Beyonce is doing something that's not only shocking the world, but also here to shake stuff up in the industry. She's bringing herself into a lane or into a market that really does not occupy Black people. And now she's somebody who's huge, so she's going to be at the forefront. And then she's going to expose everybody who has a problem with a Black woman going into country music and running it, or being huge and, really hugely successful in it. And that's going to make us come into an uproar, make all of us have something to say. And it's really going to end up, I feel like in the long run, helping the other country artists. And I feel like maybe that was the plan all along. And I'm saying, if that was a plan, how genius is that? Because not only is she giving us good music that she wanted to release as country music, but she's doing it strategically to bring all of the discriminatory people at the forefront, so we can critique them and move them out the way to allow more Black people to listen to country and more Black people to be prevalent in country. Because when Black people go into something or go into an avenue or go into some type of creative space, they want to search and look for other Black talent. You see what I'm saying? Tell me I'm not here. 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 Because I think I'm right here. Right? So congratulations because K Michelle can get noticed too. And I think that's why K Michelle was happy about it. Because everybody was like, K Michelle crying in the car. K Michelle, like, y'all always want to sit here and make it seem like Black women are like, fighting and scratching and surviving to fight against each other. Ain't nobody here doing that. She's happy that she can bring, Black eyes to country music, because, Black people might give country music a listen. Not saying that there's Black people that don't. I'm saying on an average, make it something that we all listen to regularly. You know what I'm saying? And then we go out and find other African Americans who are in this genre and support them. And then they're up. And then, they're, they winning. Then they getting what they deserve. Right? What's up, another round? I have a strong feeling Act 3 is going to be rap. I hope to hell it's not. I hope to hell it's not. I hope to hell is not. I don't want to hear Beyonce rap. I'm sorry. Monica and K Michelle is now going country. Well, Monica should have been going country, because the way that Billy Goat gruff vibrato is headed nowadays is turning into a yodel. It's turning very yodely. So I've been hoping that Monica will go into a genre that best supports her voice as what it is now, because the voice that Monica had in the 90s is not the voice that Monica has in, these 2020s. Okay. Monica, I love Monica's music. I love the Miss Thing album, but baby, listen. We gotta, hey. I think Act 3 will be rock too. Now y'all listen. All right. Now get this stuff out the way. Get this stuff out the way. We need to talk about Usher and Alicia Keys. Y'all, Usher and Alicia Keys is still not respecting marriages, y'all. Alicia Keys is still out here disrespecting marriages, y'all. Alicia Keys said that she still don't respect marriage, y'all. And I don't understand why. She said she is not done. She is not through yet, because it's giving girl at this point, let's just take a dump all over the sanctity of marriage. And it's not just Alicia Keys, it's Usher too, because you have a habit of doing this. I low-key think Usher like to piss people off and get their man upset, even though he has no intention on screwing any of these women. However, I do believe that that him and Alicia Keys probably could have allegedly have done something. Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats give me swingers. They give me a swinger vibe, like a stag couple. They give me that. I would not be surprised if they was a swinging couple, because everybody was looking at the way that Usher had just wrapped his arms around this woman and pressed against her backside. And y'all know Alicia Keys got a big booty. Y'all know one thing she gonna do is be off key and have a big ass and also destroy Mashonda's marriage. But that's besides the point. But he was squeezed up all up on her, and she was smiling, from ear to ear, like she just didn't screech and crack that note at the beginning of her, singing on the Super Bowl. Now, Somebody said, Usher, enough is enough, bro. You need to apologize to Swiss. She married my N-word. I know that was not planned. Boosie and mind you, this is Torrance Hatch. This is Boosie. Boosie care about anything except repairing the relationship with his daughter. Kind of like how Monique only care about harassing Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry, but not trying to better the relationship with her son. But we'll talk about that later. Okay. Now, from this point on, this is when we got a response from Swiss Beats. Swiss Beats wanted to let us know that he was not bothered by Usher grinding up on his wife's booty and, grabbing her and holding her so passionately from the back. He didn't hug her from the side, like a, what's up, sis? It's from the back. Like, you gonna feel my little ding-a-ling on your booty. It was like that. It's giving that. Now, excuse me. Now, Swiss B said, y'all talking about the wrong damn thing. Y'all don't see that amazing dress covering the entire stadium? We couldn't concentrate because the dress was gone as soon as she started singing. As soon as she started singing, it's like the dress disappeared. I promise you it did. Like, that dress was gone, but I did think that was a nice touch at the beginning, but it looked like, billowing drapes to me. Don't really look like a part of the dress. And it low-key looked like something that Chloe from Chloe and Halle be having on, that everybody be dragging her for, but I guess it's okay when Alicia Keys wears it. And another thing, Alicia Keys, you look good. You look good without no makeup, sis. Alicia Keys is bold. Alicia Keys is still holding on to the fact that she is not wearing no makeup. And I'm here to let y'all know, if Alicia Keys did want to put makeup on, she would have 99% of y'all husbands. Because y'all think a lot of people forgot how bad Alicia Keys is. Because she's beautiful, but this is a natural beauty. They like that, that Fashion Nova, 8-layer of makeup type of beauty. That's what people really respect nowadays. But I'm just here to let y'all know, she decided to do that. Alicia Keys could take everybody, man, for real. I'm just like, Alicia Keys is bad. But he said, y'all talking about that wrong damn thing. Y'all don't see that amazing dress covering the entire stadium? Tonight's performance was nothing but, I don't know about amazing. With two amazing giants, I mean, Usher was a giant. Alicia Keys, until you do right by Mashonda, Alicia, God is going to continue to damage your throat. It's like God is going to continue to play around with your larynx until you do right by Mashonda. That song is a classic. We don't do negative vibes on this side. We make history. Go see Giants at Brooklyn Museum. It's open until July. Blessings. Y'all, I don't care what nobody says. Like, Swiss and Alicia, they be swinging. They have to be. It's giving swinging tees. It's giving a swinging tease. She 100% had makeup on, not much, but it's there. I thought she had no makeup on. That was a light to no makeup wearing makeup lie. I'm crying. I'm crying, but y'all, I promise y'all, I really do feel like Alicia Keys and cause that was the first thing in my mind. I was like, not he out here defending the man grinding on his woman as a part of the show. Like, what? I was like, it's giving swingers. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if Usher and Alicia Keys, and Swiss Beats and Usher wife has swapped and did things as for, I believe they all be doing weird freaky deaky shit. I believe they all do that type of shit. And this is only my opinion. I do not know what they're doing in their bedroom, but I would not be surprised. But Jay-Z had Beyonce underneath his motherfucking arm. He was like, I wish a nigga would. I was like Jay-Z, Beyonce ain't even on the damn stage. He was like, I don't give a fuck. I just want to make sure this nigga don't touch my wife. He don't play, like Jay-Z don't play that shit at all. If he not mad, I'm not. Look, I ain't mad either. Get your swing on, bruh. Get your swing on. Like I say, I'll be watching all types of, Twitter videos and stuff like that. So it is what it is. Now, moving on. So after I saw all of that, I was looking and I was like, okay, what's going on? What else is going on? Then okay, and this is besides Alicia Keys' crack. I don't really feel like we really need to make a big deal or a big story out of Alicia Keys hitting wrong notes and stuff like that because we're so used to it at this point. Like you did it at Whitney's funeral. If you did it at Whitney's funeral, baby, you'll do it anywhere. Okay, so her cracking at the Super Bowl don't surprise me. She couldn't even get on key for Whitney's homegoing. Okay, I'm not about to sit here and upset myself in my eardrums trying to find Alicia Keys videos of her cracking her vocals. Now, oh, also big respect to Usher. He drew in 30.1 million households during the historic Super Bowl halftime show. Now, am I mistaken, or did they say that Beyonce and Madonna had like reached 113 million people during the Super Bowls that they performed at, for their own ones? Like, was that a thing, or am I tripping? Cause I was like, that's amazing. But I was like, I thought y'all said that Beyonce and Madonna had got like 113 or 112 million or something like that. I could have swore that that's what was said. Now, Mashonda was vacating with Swiss Beats and Alicia. I call it. Now, they said she was just emotional. Now listen, y'all. I don't know. Look, I can't really. So I'm like, wouldn't this be like a fourth of what they did? So how is it like historic? Like it's the Super Bowl, so a lot of people are watching it. But I'm here for a historic, accolade for Usher anyway. I grew up on Usher, so it is what it is. Usher just different, y'all. Usher ain't like these other ones. He don't beat his women. He don't beat his girls. He ain't out here taking bumps of coke. He ain't out here fighting with people, beating up Frank Ocean. He ain't out here doing that. He ain't out here breakdancing to slow jams like, certain other people that like to be called the king of R&B like to do. Usher just different. He can sing. The mic is always on. He don't have to deal with crack vocals, and, cocaine vocals. He don't have to deal with that. Usher just always been a well-oiled machine. Now, I don't know at what point, he stopped being able to make hits and started flopping like he was. But, at the end of the day, he did what he needed to do. Now, what I wanted to talk to y'all about was what I saw here. Now, I was looking online and I was like, oh, Porsha has like a new video. And I was like, what is Porsha saying on this new like little clip? Okay. And what is she saying? So I looked and I opened it up and let's listen to it together.
That Porsha Williams. Who said that? Porsha Williams coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta? That's false. But Porsha Williams is in the building. See y'all.
Now, so let me go to this tab and let's read the article. So it says, Porsha Williams RHOA will return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta for season 16. Williams was a cast member for 9 seasons on the hit Bravo reality show before announcing her exit in 2021. That was the year she stole that lady husband. Now, calling all Real Housewives of Atlanta fans, Porsha Williams RHOA is back. Bravo announced on Tuesday that the fan favorite who previously departed the show in 2021 is returning for season 16. Williams RHOA, 42, also signed an overall scripted talent deal with NBC to partner on scripted project opportunities across the company's broadcast and streaming. What? Did she just sign an acting deal with she can just take part in the shows that's on? Like she can kind of like cameo on the shows or have like a show that she creates or surrounding her so she can get into acting now? That is crazy. Child, Porsha out here making money moves, huh? I'm incredibly thankful for the vision and faith NBC Universal has put me in to be has put in me to be a larger part of their family, she said in a statement. I'm looking forward to being back on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and showing the world my new world. Porsha Williams RHOA is a multi-hyphenate, and we are fortunate to collaborate and tap into her creativity and passion through this partnership. This low-key sounds like Megan Thee Stallion's deal. Rachel Smith, Executive Vice President of Unscripted Content, Lifestyle, and Documentaries, NBC Universal Entertainment, shared in a statement, "Our audience has supported and admired Porsha as she so authentically, hilariously, and vulnerably shared her life over the years. And we couldn't be more excited to welcome her back to the NBCU family." She made her own announcement Tuesday on Instagram. That's what we just listened to. Who said that? We don't have to like go all over again now. All right, so we don't really have to like go all over back, to recycling the past history. But all of this really just made me think about it. And I was like, Nene, you really messed up a bag. Like, you really let your ego really destroy your blessings, because is no doubt in my mind that eventually they would have called Nene back. They just needed to sit her out for a couple seasons, maybe humble her a little bit because she got too big for the britches. But when she decided to go and expose people, call people all types of drug addicts, sue the company, like she really burnt, like it was like she just, what were you thinking? And then you still want to be a part of the show. That's the thing. So what was the point of all of that? Now Porsha coming back, Phaedra might be coming back, but you probably can't come back. And it's because you couldn't be patient and you had to allow your ego to drive your actions. And now you're sitting here doing Zeus Network reunions while Taseki is wiping her tears off with the bottom of her dress after fighting some other lady and giving her a black eye. Like, Nene, I can't. Like, it's the fact that chlamydia was all over the Zeus Network reunion stage, based on what they're talking about. Anna, Scotty, Lemuel, and Janisha, if that's her name, the one who was hosting, who's the, like, I guess the man's wife or whatever. Like, they say it was a lot of chlamydia on the stage. Now, I don't know who had the chlamydia, but they said somebody got the chlamydia. Okay? But I am happy that she's coming back. But I just want everybody to realize and remember, Porsha was not the main draw of this show. And I really do think that a lot of people, like, y'all have a habit of wanting people to come back. And then when they do come back, y'all are disappointed. And then it's like y'all hyped it so much that we get disappointed so easily when we get it back. Like, everybody wanted Sheree to come back. She came back. We didn't want Sheree no more. Everybody want Porsha to come back. Now, when she come back, I really want to know what y'all want from Porsha. What do y'all think Porsha's going to give that the other ladies was not giving? Arguing with Kenya? That was like the main thing that Porsha did, was argue with Kenya. Do we want to see that still? That's my question. Do we want to see her argue with Kenya? What else? She's not gonna tell y'all that she was a side chick. She's not doing that. And then let somebody else bring it up. Y'all gonna claim that they're hating that, like, that's old. So then, if nobody's doing that, then what we gonna talk about? What are we gonna be doing? What's the point? Yeah, we want Phaedra back, but we also want Candy, Nene, Cynthia, Phaedra, Eva, Marlo, and possibly a couple others back at the same time. Not while everybody else is out and we just get Porsha. That doesn't really do much. Kenya's going to engage. Kenya says that she misses arguing with Porsha. So she is going to engage. She's just not engaging with Marlo because Marlo's a weirdo. But I'm saying, but who wants to see that? It's just going to be old or recycled. And I'm saying, if it's just going to depend on those two ladies to anchor the show, yeah, Porsha and Kenya are an explosive duo that really did breathe new life into the show. But it was in aid to the other girls who are also big personalities. Who are we bringing on to the show now? But I guess we don't really, I guess they're still picking out the cast. But I just hope that the cast that they do pick out is also explosive as well. I just hope that they don't just put all of their chips on Kenya and Porsha to carry everything, because that's unfair. And it's impossible to keep up with. You get what I'm saying? I feel like Phaedra is playing it safe so the mid to medicine girls will accept her. I agree with that. Even if it's at the detriment to her friend. They'll F around and link up against Marlo. That's if Marlo gonna be back. I thought I read a post. I thought I read like a goodbye message that Marlo said she wasn't coming back. Or she wasn't asked back. I could have swore I saw that somewhere. But, I would hope if Porsha and Kenya is on here, Marlo is going to be on here as well. They need to scrap the cast and start over. Quit bringing back old peaches. Okay, girl. I feel that. Yeah. I feel like if you're going to do it, just start from this. But it's kind of hard because there's so many girls that are like self-producing and just want fame. And, that's not really keeping it real. And they always say that Atlanta is like the place of mirages, the place of, fake activity and stuff like that. So who's to say? It probably is hard for them to find a cast that's really good. I low-key think that like I always said this, I think Tamika Foster, Usher's ex-wife, will be really good on Real Housewives of Atlanta. What I want them to do, I want them to bring on Kenya, Mariah from Married to Medicine, now that she's not connected to the show no more outside of her producing and creative credits. Quad needs to come on over to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Bring Porsha, Kenya, also Tamika Raymond, and I would love to see Tori Hart. I would love to see Tori Hart on the show as well. I think that cast of people would be really explosive, and then make Candy a friend of. And then make Cynthia a friend of as well. And also make Shamari a friend of. And let's see which one of them deserves to be back that following season. To me, that would make a very explosive cast. I think that Tamika Foster is batshit crazy. Oh yeah, she gonna be on Carlo's new show. Who gonna be on Carlo's new show? Who gonna be on Carlo's new show? Y'all, are y'all still watching Carlos King Productions? Are y'all still watching Carlos King Production? Y'all still watching Carlos King Production? I simply can't. I cannot. I don't know what Carlos King got going on in those shows. Because I'm not about to. Kenya and Mariah reading would be epic. And I feel like Kenya and Mariah would link up. I feel like Quad will link up with Porsha. I feel like Kenya Mariah would go at Quad and Porsha. I feel that Tori Hart would be cool with everybody. And I feel like she would have a little bit of issues between herself and maybe Kenya, and then also between her and Tamika. I feel like Tamika would just be a bitch to everybody, and she would be hell on the cast. And then, we can get Shamari, Cynthia in there as friends of, and then bring Phaedra in too. Oh yes, that would be. Oh, Tamika, yes, Tamika from Escape would be good too. Tamika from Escape would be good, but we already got you just don't want too many fun time girls that don't really get into it. You gotta have a balance. Well, we can only have a few fun time girls. If everybody's just like, oh my god, my boobs, I'm so drunk. It's kind of like, you need different personalities. I don't want, my boobs. Lift up my shirt, my boobs. I got bad wigs. I don't really think that everybody needs to have that type of personality. I watched this new show Thursday for Malaysia. Carlos has a new show coming out called Bad and Bougie with Malaysia. I'm sorry, y'all. I will not be. I'm not watching that. I don't even like Malaysia like that. After the OG stuff, I know some of y'all memories have lapsed, but Malaysia ain't innocent. Ma'am, you was trying to act like that she was like an animal too. So I'm not really, really seeing it for her. Okay, like I really don't see it for Malaysia. I really don't see it for a lot of the basketball wives. And on top of that, y'all, I'm kind of taking a step back for right now from doing outright reviews on television shows because it's hard for me. It's hard for me to keep up. See, with these hot topics, I can read it real quick, come tell y'all what I think, or listen, look at it like a 20-minute live with y'all and break that down. But watching an hour show, watching multiple hour shows over and over again, taking notes down, and then trying to make sure like I have everything. No. Nope. I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about it. Now, y'all, are y'all excited about Porsha coming back? And who y'all think gonna be on the cast? Did y'all hear about any tea about people being on the cast? Let me know what y'all think, because I don't really know how good this gonna be. Tamika Foster is on the show as well. Oh, child, like these talented girls be wasting their time working with. That's the thing about Carlos King, y'all. That's the thing. Y'all be thinking Carlos King is a king of reality, but he's really not. He's a prince of reality, because what he really does, he partners with black women who are better at making reality shows, and then he partners with them, sucks off of them, and then tries to take all the accolades for the stuff that they did. And like, tell me I'm lying. Anytime it was him partnered with another black woman. Even when it was Real Housewives of Atlanta, he was partnered with a black woman. When it was like when it was Love and Hip Hop, he was partnered with a black woman, with Mona Scott Young, who we call the devil. Mona Scott is the devil, y'all. And then now he's trying to take credit for Love and Marriage Huntsville, when it was really Melody who picked the cast. It was Melody who pitched the show, all of that other stuff. All he did was just change the name of it around. But I'm saying, for the most part, it was always somebody else aiding Carlos King. When you put Carlos King ahead of his own shows, baby, they're trash and they're low budget. But y'all keep on letting this man tell y'all that he the king of reality television. It's a lie. It's giving no. And all of the shows that he's given to us so far lets me know that it's a lie. If he's not partnered up with an intelligent black woman, the show won't be good. The show won't be good. The show won't be good. Because you want to know why? You want to know why? Because Carlos is a pick-me, self-hating homosexual who really loves to fiend and thirst for heterosexual black male attention. And it's literally the brink of destruction on all of his shows, because he echoes a lot of negative and nasty rhetorics that are very dangerous for women, period. Not just black women, but for women, period. And he really promotes a toxic and hostile work environment that literally self-destructs itself after a couple seasons. And then nobody likes each other. Ain't nobody really friends. Everybody upset because you don't have a good spirit, because at the core, you're a hateful, vindictive, nasty individual. And that's reflected in the shows that you create. Therefore, when you do create them, they're not really good. And if they are good, they're only good for a season, and then they're not good for the rest. Didn't he do that encore show on BET? That one was good. But like I said, it can only be good for one season. He ain't making another encore. And the reason that the show was good was because of him literally exploiting Irish and Lamisha from 702, knowing that those two girls have been through so much that they they have a whole sibling. One of them has a whole twin that passed, and no telling what they've been doing to cope. They're their lifestyle, everything else. They haven't been singing. So to come to them knowing that they're not there vocally, to me, seemed kind of evil in a way to embarrass them and just make ratings for the show. And that's what I'm saying. It's good for for one season, but you couldn't do that on two because everybody that saw how you did the first batch is not gonna come by and try to be the second batch of R&B chicks that you literally messed over and played around with. They're not about to do that. No, they're not gonna do it. They're not. Right? Do y'all see what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all do. Now, let's move on.